But Minister, we're in the twilight zone when you're criticising Labor for money that they may have flagged spending at one time and didn't spend, when you spent $10 billion in JobKeeper on people that didn't need it.
Well, I don't accept that, Laura. Where the Labor Party called for JobKeeper to stay at a higher rate. They called for it to go for longer. They called for more people to be eligible for it. They also went out and said that we should give every Australian $300 to get vaccinated. These are just some of the examples of what would have piled a further $80 billion onto Australia's costs and debt at present. Now, of course, they weren't in government, thankfully, we said no. We showed the resolve to step away from JobKeeper, even when they said we should keep extending it. And the proof of that result was that as we stepped down from JobKeeper, each subsequent month we saw more people coming into the labour market, more people getting jobs, and these very impressive unemployment rates.
Yeah, it is impressive. Absolutely. We're almost at full employment. Well, why then aren't wages going up?
So when we handed down my EFO at the end of last year, that showed that from the next financial year onwards, the forecasts do have for wages growth above CPI, so real wages growth forecast in each of the forward years. The COVID-19 disruptions have been extraordinary. We saw, indeed, deflationary aspects at one stage. Then we saw a reinstatement of costs in areas of the economy. Now we're dealing with other shocks. But importantly, the forecasts do show real wages growth. What we've done as a government that is within our control, though, is, of course, to address those issues of disposable household income, which is where things such as our income tax cuts are making a difference in Australian households. We know that it's tough in many circumstances, but it would be much tougher if households didn't have what has been $30 billion extra so far this year of additional cash going into their pockets from lower income taxes.
Sure, but you've been in government for the better part of a decade. Something's gone wrong along the way in either fiscal or monetary policy, hasn't it? When we have some of the highest household debt in the world, wages haven't gone up, we have full employment, indeed businesses cannot get enough workers. What in that is within your control that you should have done better?
Laura, you always look to see what you can do better. Crucially, when we framed the economic recovery plan from COVID-19, we focused on areas of productive investment in the Australian economy. So the big measures that we've brought in, such as the full expensing measures for Australian business, have driven a huge surge in investment in plant, machinery, equipment, the type of things that will make businesses more productive, more competitive in the years ahead. They don't just provide short-term stimulus. And from that productivity, it's how you help to achieve stronger wages outcomes and contribute to that too. The same is said for the productivity-enhancing benefits of our record infrastructure spend, or, of course, the record investment in skills and the benefits that will provide across the economy in the years to come.